Happy Wednesday, guys. Today's home workout is a 10-minute workout. We're trying to get as many reps as possible or rounds as possible within the 10 minutes here. So first movement, dynamic box step ups. This one we're gonna pick a height. We can use a step as well or a box if you have one. We're gonna keep one foot on that box and we're gonna do as many dynamic step ups on one side. Then, or not as many, sorry, we're gonna do 4 on one side, then 4 on the opposite. Once we finish that, we're gonna go into alternating dual kettlebell push press, or if you don't have kettlebells, 2 objects, soup cans. If you have paint cans, you guys can use that as well. Holding in the front rack position, dip, pressing one object up, bring back down, and then doing the same thing but on the opposite side. So alternating pretty much 4 reps per side here with that alternating dual kettlebell push press. Then we're going into alternating V-sits here. So it's very similar to your regular V-sit, but this time we're just bringing one leg up instead of both legs up into the top of the V-sit. So really trying to work on that cross body pattern here, guys. Really trying to fire up that core, especially with the step ups as well. I find when I'm coming down, I'm really trying to keep everything tight. If I get loose at the bottom, I need to really tighten that chain up, especially from that shoulder all the way down to the hip as I'm coming down from that dynamic box step up. And then the same thing for these alternating movements, guys. So we're really going for that cross body pattern here, really trying to work on that core and also the coordination of our movement. So it might be a little bit slower in the beginning, that's okay. Kind of you'll build up that pace and get more confident with the movement as you go throughout the workout there. So this is a great workout, guys, to work on that midline, the coordination, and really just trying to introduce some new movements into the program to keep you guys always guessing, always having something new for that body to experience there. 10 minutes here. I want you to keep a pace where you're completing a round in about 90 seconds or so. So you want to get around 6 to 7 rounds for this 10-minute workout. If you can go a little bit faster, if you have the weights for that, you can go at that pace. But if you're using prescribed weights today, guys, I would say stay within a 90-second range for each round there. After the workout, we're gonna go for an afterburner where we're working a little bit just on some bodybuilding here. Just trying to have some fun, just keep the program just a little different each time. We're doing these deadly 7s, we did them before, so with the curls where we're going half curls for 7 reps, then 7 half to full curls, and then 7 full curls, and we're trying to do that whole set unbroken there. It's a good one, guys. Really trying to work on those biceps. And again, you want to kind of do something different once in a while. Spice it up a little bit. It's always good to do that. So hope you guys enjoyed today's workout. And afterburner, we'll see you guys next for the warm-up. All right, guys, so we're here for that warm-up. We're going to start off with some quick joint mobility for those ankles. So we're going to do some lateral ankle tilts. So you're going to stand in that hip width stance, then you're going to put that foot forward that you're going to go for those tilts with. You're going to stay nice and tall, look straight ahead, and then you're going to roll that ankle out to the side. So in that lateral direction, really slowly with a nice flow to it, so make sure it's not really choppy. I don't want you guys going way too fast out to the side. Really try to focus on the ankle joint rolling up to the side and then back in again. You're going to do 5 on one side, then switch your stance, do 5 on the opposite side. Again, go nice and slow, looking straight ahead and staying tall. Then we're going to go into medial tilt, so we're going to roll that ankle inwards this time. We're going to go into a wide stance here, bend the knees a little bit, and we're going to roll that ankle inwards, then back to that center position. We're going to go 5 again with that left leg, and then switch 5 on that opposite side. So again, focus here is really trying to move that ankle inwards with the medial tilt and the lateral tilt. We're trying to push that ankle out to the side as much as we can. After that, guys, we're going to get into that warm-up. So we're going into 3 sets here. We're starting off with quick little complex 6 and 6 Spiderman lunges plus a side kick through. So kind of from that animal flow you might have followed yesterday, that's one of the moves you'll see there, guys. We're gonna start in our push-up position. We're gonna bring our foot forward into that lunge position here. We're gonna drop that elbow down, feeling that stretch. Then we're gonna bring that foot back. Then we're gonna lift that one leg up, get that foot through, making sure that elbow's locked out, my hips are all the way open, my foot is out. Bring that foot back into the center position. Then we can do the opposite side. So bring that foot to that Spiderman lunge. Back here, then we're gonna roll out to the side, hips open, then back to that neutral position. So 6 total on, or sorry, 6 per side here. Once you're done that, find yourself a weight or 2 weights here. You're gonna go for some single-legged deadlifts with a fly at the end. So arm fly there. We're gonna really try to get to a position we feel stable before we do that fly. So we're gonna come down nice and slow. Find that position we're stable. Then we're gonna go for that nice fly there, squeezing our back in again. Then open up the hips. Same thing, go back down with that same leg. Stable position, back nice and flat. Go for that fly, back in again, and then stand all the way through. Notice my back leg was a little bit bent there, so try to keep that leg straight as well. It'll help with your balance. So bending over, keeping that leg nice and straight as best you can. Fly, and then back up again. 8 on one side, then 8 on the opposite side, guys. Once you're done with those flies, with one weight here, we're gonna go for another complex again. Front rack lunge plus a knee raise at the end. So we're gonna hold that weight on that one side, and we're gonna lunge with the opposite leg. So we can go for that reverse lunge, legs going back here. Then we're gonna stand up through it and bring our knee as high as we can. Then go back to that neutral position. So again, front rack position, elbow nice and tall. We're gonna reverse lunge, keep that shin nice and vertical to the floor. Then I'm gonna come up for that knee raise, then back to that neutral position. So when you do the opposite side, switch and do the same thing. So again, going for that reverse lunge, staying tall, really trying to load the hamstring and the glute. Then at the top, we're gonna go for that knee raise, then back down again. So 10 and 10, 10 on the left leg, 10 on the right leg, and then we'll repeat those sets 2 more times to get ourselves ready for the workout. We'll see you guys next for the workout movements. Alright guys, for the dynamic box step-ups today, use a box or you guys can use a step, whatever you kind of have available to you. I want you to take note of that height. So I want you to choose a height where you can keep this knee and the hip stable as you're doing the movement. If you find your knee is wobbling, your hips moving along with it as well, I would choose a lower height so you can keep yourself nice and stable when you're doing these movements. A good check would be just doing a step up alone and kind of watching how that knee is moving or how it feels when you're doing that movement. For the dynamic box step ups, very similar to the regular box step up, but this time we're just going to add a high knee at the end. So that means we're going to be very explosive with that foot that's planted on the box. So I'm going to keep one foot on the box. I'm going to keep my back and chest up tall, and I'm going to drive up, bring that knee up, and then control in the back on the way back down again. If you don't feel comfortable coming straight back down like I just did, you can go up and then put your foot back on the blocks, and then bring your foot down to get ready for that next rep. So again, guys, from the regular box step up, it's different because we're going a little bit more explosive with that leg, and we're not so much just trying to put our foot on the box. This time we're trying to get our knee nice and high up, really trying to use those hip flexors to good use as we're doing that movement. This will be the dynamic box step up for today. So for those alternating push presses for today, you'll need 2 objects. I'm going to demo with 2 dumbbells. You're going to get those dumbbells safely to your front rack position, elbows up in this position here. and those weights kind of resting on my shoulders. From here, just like that regular push press here, we're gonna dip on those heels, keep the heels down there, back and chest up tall, and then we're gonna drive up and only drive one object overhead. Keep the other one stable or back active, make sure it's not moving around, but the opposite arm is gonna go straight overhead. Then as it comes down, we're gonna get ready for that dip and do opposite rep on the opposite side there. So really just going with that opposite movement each time, guys. So if it's a little bit hard on the coordination as you're doing it, go slow. So do that dip, drive, bring it down, rest on your shoulders, then get set and start your next movement. Watch that you're not pushing obviously with both of the objects, and also the fundamentals of your push press. So make sure that you're staying nice and tall when you're dipping. You're not dipping forward. You might do that in the case that you're trying to focus on only one side when you're push pressing, which is not what we do commonly. So again, really make sure you're hammering those basics in, keeping yourself nice and tall. And another thing, guys, with those knees, watch that your knees aren't caving inwards. You're trying to keep them in line with that big toe as you're doing that movement. All right, so that will be your alternating push press for today.
The final move is the V-sit. Remember, guys, you can challenge yourselves with a weight between the heel, or you can do a toe to bar if you have a pull-up bar at home. So for the V-sit, first progression, you can just do a sit-up. So you can get a nap mat under your back or a towel, roll up a shirt, whatever. We're just gonna come all the way up, touch the shoes, come back down. You can use your arms. Those are a bit too easy for you. For 3, it's probably gonna be a bit too easy. You can switch to a jackknife. So in a jackknife, we start off in that hollow body position. The knees come in towards the chest. The V-sit is very similar, except now we're keeping our legs locked out, and we're trying to bring our arms overhead and then bring the hands in towards the toes. If you don't touch the toes, that's okay. You're just gonna try to get as close as you can, and you're gonna try to keep everything nice and straight.
All right, guys, we're here for the AFTERBURNER. So this one's all curls, deadly 7. We're gonna go for 7 reps of half curls, 7 from the halfway point to the full extension, and then 7 full curls. Now you guys can do this with one object, so you're doing single arm, or you can grab it with both hands and do it as well. So I'm gonna show you guys with the dual option here. So first 7 reps, guys, we're just trying to get to that 90-degree point of that curl. So keep those elbows tucked in, standing nice and tall, going to that halfway point, 7 reps there. Once you finish 7 reps, you're gonna start from the halfway point, go 7 more reps until you're reaching that full flexion of that bicep at the top. Once you're done those 7 there, you're gonna come down to full extension. Then go for full curls from there for the last 7 reps. So first round may be easy based on the weight that you choose. Next round, see if you can add a little bit more weight, make it a little more challenging. Just make sure you're keeping these unbroken to really feel it in those biceps. 3 to 4 sets here. If you find 3 you're maxed out, that's fine, but if you have more in you, go for that 4th set. Hope you guys enjoy the AFTERBURNER. We'll see you tomorrow for the next one.